Hello, everyone. So today we are going to talk about tips and tricks of MRCOG Part 2 exam. I'm Dr. Bhavna Khera and I am founder and chief mentor MRCOG courses. And very warm welcome to this special session. So MRCOG Part 2 exams, that's a phobia for many of us. So today we are going to say goodbye to the exam phobia and let's see what we can do to say goodbye to this exam phobia. Okay, so let's start. So basically the tips and tricks. We want to know the tips and tricks how to pass exam, right? So there are two things which can happen with us in exam. Either a person can pass or a person can fail. But you definitely want to pass the exam. So you have to be very targeted and you have to be very focused. So now let's see what are the features we need to have if we want to stay in a pass category, and what are the things can go wrong to make us put in the fail category, right? So either how to pass, how to fail, right? Why we need to know how to fail also, so that we don't do those things which actually make us fail. So therefore, knowing what to do better and what not to do is equally important. So first I'm going to talk what is the road to success, how to pass. So let's see, good preparation, good exam preparation. That is the core thing of passing exam. Now, what do you mean by good preparation? What very important to understand here is that the word may seem simple. Why I am telling you that you do a good preparation? Everybody knows if I'm going for the exam, I have to be good, nicely prepared. But what I mean here, why I'm putting this word here, good preparation should be in two terms. One term is that you should know what is the proper source of information with which you are going to solve exam problems. So what is the right source of information for the exam, and what is the right source of information for any particular topics? Okay, so right source of information is the first step to good preparation. I have been teaching since quite a few years now, so I have seen many times people go for the exam, and then when they get the negative results, they come back, they want to discuss what went wrong. So finally, you come to know that they have been following absolutely different source, which was not required for RCOG. So that's why they became confused. So knowing the right source is the first step to good preparation. And the second step to good preparation is that you should revise all the concept which has to be prepared for the exam. So all your guidelines, all your articles, whatever syllabus, whatever modules are there in the exam, you should cover them. Never think that you can leave 2 or 3 modules, like many people may think of leaving statistics. So never think about it, okay? If you are going for the RCOG exam, you have to read all the modules. So good preparation from the right sources and covering complete syllabus is must if I say that a person is nicely prepared. So this is how the good preparation works. Second thing is staying focused. Okay, staying focused. Again, this has two perspectives. We are going to look at the focus from two perspectives. First perspective is that you remain consistent in your studies. What happens? You start with a full energy, then within few days, things happen, something or the other thing happens in our daily routine. We all are going through our family lives. We all are going through our professional lives. So some or the other thing keeps on happening on the everyday basis, day-to-day basis, things are happening. So our focus gets diverted. So one is this focus, staying focused. Now look at the second perspective of staying focused. So the second perspective of staying focused is that you have to focus on the important points. See, RCOG, they have important points from every guidelines which keep on coming again and again in the exam. Scenarios are built in a different way, but the concept remains the same. So you need to focus on those particular points. So if you have a 20-page guideline, it is very difficult to remember complete 20 pages and keep on revising again and again, because human mind cannot just keep the information in the mind by reading once. You need to read it twice, thrice, 4 times. So then it becomes very difficult to read all the material, right? So if you are focused on those points around which the questions are asked, then you have more chances to pass. Okay, and then you can revise that small content 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times and fix them in your mind. So again, two perspectives for staying focused. One is being consistent with your studies, and second is being focused on the important points which are going to come in exam. We'll just now see how can we achieve these all factors which will lead us to pass. Good performance on exam day. Is it in our control? Yes or no? So how I'm going to do on the exam day? Can I prepare for it beforehand? Yes. If I am in a flow, right? If I have been practicing question solving, if I'm already taking timed tests, doing my mock exams, so I am prepared my mind is prepared for that particular exercise. Because reading 100 questions, the questions are pretty long in the exam. So basically reading 100 questions in an exam paper with full awareness, that also needs quite a lot of practice before the exam. Okay, because if you are not prepared for that, you will be tired while reading your 100 questions. And if at all you are okay during the first paper, second paper, most of the people get tired after 60, 70 questions. And then you are not concentrated on the questions. So it is difficult to answer. So yes, of course, you can prepare beforehand for a good exam performance by taking up good mock test, timed mock test, which are based on the same pattern as RCOG times you. So these are the factors how we can pass. Now let's see what we don't have to do. How to fail exam. Poor preparation. If I just go, I don't know what is the correct source. I took up a book, or I ordered some recalls or some summaries from the net, and I bought them and just read and went off. Poor preparation. I don't know what is the correct thing, and whatever I have read, I have not read it completely. I thought, oh my God, statistics is difficult. I'll leave this. What happens if I don't do 3-4 questions? Does it make a difference? So I'll just leave it. So poor preparation. Can't help. It's really very difficult to pass with poor preparation. Not focused. You started with full energy and then you dampen down. You are not able to pick again. Then again, 15 days before the exam, you just woke up and suddenly then you are in a panic to do everything in last 15 days. So everything hodgepodge and you get confused. Second perspective of focused. I don't know what is important in the guideline, but I have read the guideline cover to cover and I'm revising it cover to cover again and again. But in the end, I find everything in my mind is, oh my God, it's all like a scrambled egg and I don't know how to go about it. So not focused. Poor performance. Oh, I just read the guidelines, but I couldn't get time to find out the questions from the book because not every question book is module based or guideline based. Most of the books they have all the questions mixed up from various modules, so you don't have time to go and find out the questions when you are solving the modules. You didn't practice them simultaneously. See, it's like you know a maths formula, but you need to apply it in various situations to understand how you will apply the formula, how the formula will work there in exam. So, poor performance on exam day. So, how to pass, how to fail. Now we know very clearly how we can fail. Of course, we would not like to go on that particular route. So, we will not do these things and we will do the things which are here on how to pass column, right? So let's see how we can achieve this how to pass journey. What books should I read for MRCOG Part 2 exam? As soon as a candidate passes Part 1 exam, the next question which comes is, Madam, what books should I read for Part 2 exam? What books should I order or what books should I buy for Part 2 exam? Very obvious question because we have been reading books in our all UG days, PG days, then Part 1 exam. But remember, for Part 2 exam, there is no book. There are all guidelines are there which you have to read. Sometimes you see some advertisements of some summary booklets or here or there on the different social media platforms, and I find people are writing, I want to buy, but please check because guidelines are updated at intervals, right? So by the time book is written, it is published, and then with the summaries, it comes into market. Do check. Even if you are following any book like this summary book or something like that, but do check what is there any latest version of the guideline that has come up or not. So always keep yourself updated with the latest versions. All the green top guidelines and nice guidelines are freely available on the net. In the Google, just you have to write green top guideline for gestational trophoblastic diseases, green top guideline for ectopic pregnancy. Like this, you can write and you can get the guideline. You can download the guideline, read it. It is all free. Okay. So search updated guidelines for yourself. Like in Part 1 exam, we used to have subjects. Here, we do not have subjects. We have modules, okay? So the syllabus is divided into these 15 modules. We have to cover all modules. We cannot leave any module untouched and go to exam. Now, for all these modules, you need to prepare a list of topics which are included in that particular module. And for these topics, there are various sources. You can have a green top guideline on that particular topic. You can have a nice guideline on that particular topic. You can have a TOG article on that particular topic. Some topics have to be done only from the strategy. Some topics, there are important scientific impact papers, particularly recent scientific impact papers. And then for contraception, the FSRH guidelines are there. Similarly, for infections, there are BASH guidelines. For HIV, there are BIVA guidelines. So different sources of guidelines are there. Now, you need to know which topic is to be studied from Green Top Guideline, which topic is there in the NICE guideline, which topic we have a TOG article, right? So these things should be very, very much clear to you and then follow accordingly, okay? Because these are the basic sources, these are the RCOG recommended sources, and we need to work on it. So Green Top Guidelines, NICE guidelines, FSRH guidelines, scientific impact paper, they are very easily available on the net. TOG articles, you need to have a subscription, and same with the strategy too. Now, this is a picture of green top guideline. How to read these guidelines? That is also a very important concept. Okay. So now when you have a guideline, you see that there is an executive summary in the beginning, followed by a long explanation of the things of the guideline. And in the last, there are appendices or the flow charts. So this recommendations in the executive summary, they are very, very, very important. And we need to remember these all summary points. Okay. You may convert them into flowcharts, into algorithms, or any type of diagrams which make it easy to remember. Or you can convert this information into the bullet points, correlate it with some pictures so that it becomes easy to memorize. As I mentioned, in end, there are flowcharts. So this type of a flowchart or appendix you can see in the after the guideline. And these appendices, these flowcharts are the basic source of information for extended matching questions. What are extended matching questions? They are questions in which there are around 15-20 options are there on the top, and you have 3 related scenarios to that, right? And then you have to pick up an answer for that big number of options. From almost 20 options, you have to pick one correct answer. And in that particular 20, at least 3-4 options will be very close to each other. So if you don't, or if you have not already fixed that in this question, this will be the answer, then it becomes very, very difficult to choose a particular answer. So if you take care of that and you are ready to handle that type of thing, then you can score well in the EMQ exam. So you need some practice, some tips for applications, how to apply your knowledge into the EMQs. That is a very, very important thing. And soon I'll be posting a video for the EMQ techniques. So keep following, keep tuned. So this is how these flowcharts are important for EMQ techniques. Then this is the NICE guideline. NICE guidelines are very important sources for extended matching questions, but it is a bit different from the green top guidelines. The information is usually given in the bullet points. So not much explanations, lengthy explanations are not there. So you have to remember each and every point. And then there are certain words like you can offer this or you can consider this. So you have to understand the difference between the two. Offer means that it is recommended, you have to do that. Consider means you may opt to do that or you may not. You have to consider that you can do this. Similarly, like here I have put up an example of tubal ectopic. You see that in the first column, they are the signs which indicate that there is a tubal ectopic. So this is confirmatory sign. In the second, you see that there is high probability. So high chance is there, but it is not confirmatory signs. In the third column, you see the possible ectopic pregnancy. So it could possibly be ectopic pregnancy, but we are not at all sure about it. So paying attention to these points is very important, because when you are going to answer in exam, then this will change your scenario and its answer. These are scientific impact papers, sometimes very important source, particularly sometimes SBAs appear for them. And there are some scientific impact papers which are really important for the information. TOG articles. Of late, slowly and slowly, the content of the TOG article appearing in exam, the portion of the TOG article, questions related to TOG article are increasing day by day, right? So you have to do at least 2 or 3 years of the TOG articles and some old TOG articles, because some scenarios are there which you have to read from the TOG articles only. So it is good to take advice from your seniors who have done their MRCOG Part 2. They can tell you, or if you have a good mentor, then it becomes very easy, because he will give you the right source of information, and then you can just follow that. So TOG articles, they are also very important source. These are the question books which are important for practice, question practice, because question practice is must. As I already told you, like you have a maths formula, but then you have to learn how to apply them in questions. So questions, without doing questions, don't go in exam. Just don't go by cramming up guidelines. Okay. Practice lot of questions, fix your rules, then only go to exam. So these are certain old books. The answers may not be very correct pertaining for those guidelines which have been updated, but the question frames are nice. So you can, according to the new guidelines, you can fix up your answers, but good books to solve. So now, when we know that what all we need to prepare for the exam, so what is the road to success? This is a very favorite slide of mine, and you can see this particular slide in many of my videos, because this is something which really gives a picture that, oh, you are running on a road and you are going to pick your trophy just like that. So it gives a very good impression, very positive impression. So I really love this slide a lot. So these are the various things which we need to do. You need to have your study material divided topic wise, because questions in exam do not appear in a guideline format. They appear topic wise. Like if you are asked about a vulva, not necessarily, because there is a separate guideline for benign vulva, there is a separate guideline for cancer vulva. But in your question, you may have a scenario, one scenario of benign, one of cancer, right? So you don't have questions as per guidelines. You have questions as per topics. So we should try to accumulate all the information of certain topic and then see what are the questions can be framed. So try to divide your topic or try to make your notes topic wise and try to cover one topic in one day. This is how your study plan would work. You can read one guideline per day, but that actually I'm saying because questions are not according to guideline wise. They are more according to topic wise. So you need it topic wise. Then question practice sheets, worksheets. You do a lot of question practice. There are repeated revisions needed. So once you have done 2-3 modules, go back to the first module, revise it. Continuous group support is very important to stay focused, to remain motivated, and the most important, when you make any wrong answer in your group discussions, then it is, and when you are corrected there, then that becomes very easy for you to remember in the exam. It itself gets fixed. So group discussions are very important. And finally, before going to exam, recalls and final mock. That is the must to prepare yourself for the last day performance. So the basic thing, the topic-wise study material, your practice sheets, they give you the content for the good preparation. And then repeated revisions, continuous support, group discussions, they help you stay motivated, stay focused on the important points, and stay consistent for the studies. And recalls and final mock give you the final preparation for the good performance on exam day. So if you follow this plan of action, you do everything you require for the journey to success. Let me give an example. Like you are doing benign gynecology module, premenstrual symptoms, AUB, pediatric adolescent gynae. So you are covering one topic every day, amenorrhea, endometrial hyperplasia. So you created a summaries of these topics and created a PDF. And then you are attending some Telegram group discussion. Finally, you solve worksheets. Worksheets are questions from the of the benign gynae module, like in this case. So you get a worksheet. You remember in our old days, we used to fill up the worksheets as a kids so that we can remember the information in exam. We used to fill it again and again. So similar type of worksheets, if you have, then you can do these questions again and again to fix information in your mind. Finally, you can discuss, there can be some live sessions and practice tests. So practice test is the final step, and then of course the trophy is in front of you. So all this type of plan you can create for yourself either, or if you find it difficult, then we are already doing this in our sessions, right? So we do all the hard work on your part. So we have created all the session videos, which we provide you one by one day. And then what I do is I have created worksheets for my candidates so that whenever they are anywhere, they can solve any number of questions. Like if in their outdoors, they are free for 10 minutes, they can solve 5 questions, then keep their worksheet, then they can again. So it is all available on your phones, on your computers, so you can always use it anywhere. So while you are doing worksheets, you are applying all your knowledge into the questions. You don't need to go and search in the books. You don't need to find out and work, take out a large time to search for the questions or wait for somebody to post it for you. Okay, so you can do it at your own convenience. In live sessions, we talk about the important points, staying focused. We focus you to those important points. We solve the questions from the RCOG sources, which are very, very clear, near to the exam questions. We practice them live. And finally, when you are all set, then practice test makes you the final polishing. So either you prepare this type of plan for yourself, or we are doing just you can have your sumptuous lunch or dinner with us. So summary PDFs are available and topic-wise Telegram discussion we are already doing. So what all candidates who have joined us, they just need to do is that they have to hear the video, which is a short, crisp video of a particular guideline or a particular topic, just 20-25 minutes video every day. And then when we give a worksheet, try to solve that worksheet. Okay, worksheet has all the explanations and the answers. Then as you get prepared, in between, we will be doing topic-wise discussion in Telegram group. Do join in for the practice sessions. And finally, we just summarize and we try to relearn in the live sessions. And in the end is the practice test. So hope you all are ready to now go on to the road of success and say bye to exam phobia. If you have not joined our community yet, then these are the QR codes for YouTube, for Telegram group, and for Insta. And the telephone number is also there if you feel like contacting. I will be happy to answer all your questions or if any help I can provide. So you can just scan on these QR codes and join our community. Thank you so much for your patient listening, and you can always ask all your queries and your feedbacks are welcome. So keep moving with the MRCOG courses, and thank you so much.